All right, guys, what's up? It's Art Sanchez.
And I'm Holly Crichton.
And once again, we're here at Four Corners Comics in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania for another New Comic Book Wednesday update.
We have lots of new comics out on the shelf this week after last week's just a sprinkling. So lots of new comics for you guys to check out tomorrow for New Comic Wednesday.
Yeah, DC has a lot of books out this week, a lot of cool stuff we've been really waiting for, and we're excited to share with you guys what's out tomorrow. And then we're going to go through and talk about some specific books. But for right now, we're going to run the video.
Let's hit it.
All right, so that's a really quick rundown of what we got coming out tomorrow. And like I said, there's some books that are out this week that I'm really excited to get into, and I got to jump into this one, Deceased Dead Planet. So this is the follow-up to, I think it's three volumes so far.
Yeah, it was Deceased Unkillables, and this is Dead Planet.
Yeah, so jump into this one only after you've read the first two, because it will make no sense. I mean, it's a good story out the gate so far. This is following, I mean, it is linear, following exactly what happened after the first two volumes. And this is probably my top pick of the week, just because I love the storytelling from those first. Dead Planet was just amazing. So this is my first. What's up, Mike Thorick? Todd Neller, how you doing, sir? Thank you for tuning in.
I know a lot of people are excited about Dead Planet, so I think this is probably the top pick of the week.
All right.
What do we got next?
What do you think about this one?
All right. Strange Academy was a book that I fell in love with right before the shutdown. So the last issue came out in March, and it is about a group of students from all over the world, all over the realms, being chosen to study at Strange Academy under Doctor Strange and a lot of the Marvel Universe magic wielders. This specific one, the last book was them meeting each other. There's kids from all different kind of backgrounds, situations, enemies, that kind of thing. This next issue runs through their very first day of class, and they are thrown at like some of the craziest situations. One of the classes, they are learning about zombies. There's a kind of a field trip into hell, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I thought it was a really great way to run it straight on into the school. And you get to see a little bit more about each of these characters and how they're going to react in some of the situations. If you like the first one, I think you're really going to love this issue. Number 2 is on the shelf this week.
All right. And then this is a brand new book that is, I think it's going to be super hot. This is Everglade Angels, and this is a brand new book from Scout Comics. Scott Liddell is the writer on this, and it's really a great book. It has to do, it's a horror-themed book, but it has to do with a female softball group. And they are getting into some serious situations. This book is going to be pretty hot. We have quite a few. I would say, like, maybe we don't have quite a few. We have 5 probably on the shelf right now. I would recommend picking this book up because the artwork is fantastic. The storytelling and pacing is really good. If you're into the kind of like that horror comic book, this is a must read for sure.
Yeah, and the artwork on that like has drawn me. This is one that I've been waiting for to come out. So I'm excited to read this one too.
Yep. And then Holly was really excited for this issue.
Adventureman. This is also a second issue. The very first one got off to a kind of quick start. Is a really big issue, so a lot happened. In this one, the main character, Claire, is kind of down on her luck, and her son finds a loophole in the new book that they have just been given by a mysterious woman, and she starts to follow the clues. It's really cool. The art in this is amazing. I just love the adventure part of this book. I'm really excited to see where this continues to go. One of my favorite things about this specific book is the main character is deaf, and it deals with like how you start to get some more clues as to how that may have come about. And I think it's really cool that she's the main character.
Yeah, so I have yet to read this issue. I was reading some other books, but I'm looking forward to reading this one. Next up is another book that Holly checked out first. This is God Love, Man Kills, a reprint, but with a continuation story.
Yeah, it's an extended cut. There are going to be, I think it's 2 or 3 issues of this series.
I believe it's 2 issues.
I have not originally read this issue. I was very drawn into how relevant this book is to what's going on in the world right now. This is a war against the mutants, which, as many of you know, is a tale about racism and that kind of thing that Marvel told through the telling of the XMen. It's the older art. It's that classic story. I think if you're an X-Men fan, you need to get this. It's a really, really good issue.
Yeah, so I think
classic.
I think what Holly, like, to her point, even if you aren't a fan of the old X-Men, this is a book that's relevant to today, what's happening. And reading it, Marvel did such a great job utilizing what was happening in the world. Discrimination, racism, they've always been good at that, and this is one of those stories that's just fantastic. God Loves, Man Kills is just one of the cornerstone stories for X-Men, and so I have yet to read this one. I'm really looking forward to what they add to it, but this is also pretty excited to read this book as well.
And I'll be honest, it did, kind of make me tear up a little as to how spot on it is to what's going on in the world today. So. Mm-hmm.
All right, so Fantastic Four Empire.
Fantastic Four Empire. You have the Fantastic Four family traveling through space. They're running out of gas, and they end up on the planet with...
And Skrulls?
Oh, well, there's...
I haven't read this one, so it's all you right now.
Who does... Oh, the sister of the... The artwork looks great. Anyway,
I need to read this one.
I'm trying to remember who the character in it is. Anyway, the casino planet where they, like in Thor Ragnarok, where they're fighting, it takes place there. They end up there. The Fantastic Four kids do some betting.
Oh, that's good parenting.
Their mom may or may not help them. It is kind of a very interesting issue, but it leads you into where the Kree Skull War is right now and how it's kind of being manipulated. And I thought it was a really fun issue, actually. Yeah. I was really impressed with the way it leads into Empire.
Yeah, so this is sort of a prelude. We've had Empire Zero, I think that was last week, and then the Fantastic Four, this is issue number 0 as well, and then moving into the actual crossover. So I think it's, like Marvel does crossovers every once in a while, and sometimes they're like really, really good, like let's say Civil War was amazing, right? Yeah. And then sometimes they just have too much stuff going on all over the place, and it's hard to follow. But I think this one looks really interesting. It's pretty big in its scale, and we haven't seen that in a little bit for Marvel. And we're really gonna push and see who's where everybody's devotion lies, right? Yeah. So anyways, I'm looking forward to issue number 1 of Empire. I want to see where it goes, how big it is. It's got everybody in it. The artwork is really impressive. Again, sometimes, I think I mentioned this last week, is sometimes the creative teams aren't what you would expect for a giant epic Marvel crossover.
The character's name was the Profiteer.
The Profiteer.
I just remembered.
Nice. Way to come in and redeem yourself. But the artwork on this, on all the titles so far that I've seen, have been fantastic. So I'm a big sucker for artwork, and you'll see me talk about that a lot. So I'm looking forward to that. Now this book just came out, is coming out, Marvels. This is issue number 4. God, what can I can't even say enough about this book. It's so cool. This is the Alex Ross prelude to Earth X. And so in this world, everybody has just started, they just mutated. What's up, Joanna? How you doing? So everybody just got their powers, but there's one individual, one young kid who didn't get any powers. And so through the course of a lot of, just really bad luck, he is displaced from his home, like his family and all of that, and he's trying to get to Spider-Man because he thinks that Spider-Man can help him. And so what we're finding is this kid might be, although he doesn't think he's special because he has no superpowers, right, we're finding that he might be pretty special. And the story's really good. It's heartfelt. The writing's fantastic, and we see a lot of our heroes are just kind of broken down right now in this world, post-apocalyptic type of thing. Earth X, or Marvel's X. I love this book. Okay, I can't say enough about it.
Yeah, Art's been really raving on this book for a while now, so.
All right, so this is Oblivion Song, the 25th issue.
I can't believe it's at 25 at this point.
I know.
It's just a great series.
This is Robert Kirkman's, so everybody knows Robert Kirkman from The Walking Dead. And now we have his new book that just came out. Firepower, which is good.
Really great.
This is also a really good book. It has like a sci-fi feel to it, futuristic sci-fi, because this guy creates a portal to another dimension, right? But it's by accident, and this other dimension, it doesn't have. It's a bad place. It's a bad version of Earth, where there's monsters that hunt and kill, and somehow he swapped a portion of where he's at with this other universe, and they took a whole bunch of people with them. This is like what volume? Are we on volume 2 already?
Oh, I think there's 6 in each, so
we're a couple volumes into this. I would suggest picking up issue or volume number 1.
We're at least on 3, I think.
Yeah, and then following it up, because the artwork's great. Again, I love the artwork, and the story's really good.
Yeah, the first volume itself, just like shot out of the gate, such a strong story. So I think you'll really like it. But issue 25, landmark issue.
All right. Next up is the other big book of the week. Um, this is Batman number 94. We're ramping into Joker War.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Joker has found a way to get all the money. He's got all of Bruce Wayne's money. He's holed up in Bruce Wayne's house. He has access to all of Wayne technology, and he's ready to wage war on Gotham, on Batman,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to see what happens. I mean, Batman's really in a corner right now because he doesn't have access to any of this stuff. And it is a well thought out attack from the Joker. Of course, we have Punchline in this series, and um, I think we're getting off to a really good start. The Joker's pretty menacing in this book, so it's a good one. And then also we have this really cool. I love that cover right there.
Yeah. The alternate cover on that is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the cardstock variant.
Yeah. All right. So we do have some graphic novels that hit the shelves tomorrow as well.
Yeah, Marauders is out. Part of the XMen storyline. Also, Undiscovered Country from Scott Snyder and Charles Soule. That one has been a really great apocalyptic story about the U.S. in a time of plague.
Mm-hmm.
And then Philadelphia. This was one about Philadelphia, this family of this police family, and this son on the search for answers.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, all three of these are really great options to pick up, all out this week.
Yeah. And I got to give a shout out to Stealth. Issue number 3 just came out.
Mm-hmm.
I've loved it from issue number 1, and it's a great continuation of that story. And then, what's up, Tim? How you doing, man? Thank you for joining us. And then we have something going on with Free Comic Book Day.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a little different this year because the official day we had to cancel it actually, and then we thought we'd postpone it. And by we, I mean just the community, retail community.
Yeah.
But it turns out that as we continue to move forward with the pandemic and any issues that arise from it, as far as like social distancing and shops being open and stuff, it's very difficult to pinpoint a specific day. So what the community has decided to do is every week we're going to get some sort of some of the issues that we ordered. So we're not going to have a day. We're going to have
Free Comic Book Summer.
a summer-long event.
Starts next Wednesday, July 15th, and it runs through Wednesday, September 9th. So that's quite a large number of weeks. I think it's 9 altogether, 9 weeks of free comics. Mm-hmm. You're getting 4 to 5 books each week. I did put a post up on our website, FourCornersComics.com. You can go into the blog section and read that. Mm-hmm. It has a list of what comics are coming out every single week during Free Comics Summer. And as we always do, we will be doing our yearly donation to the Adams County Library System to help them promote literacy within our community. It's a passion of ours. And so this time we'll be doing small donations versus like a one-day option, which is what we normally do. So we will have a donation box at the register. You can also do the tip thing if you're paying by credit card in the shop.
Yeah.
So there's 2 ways to donate.
And all the proceeds from those will go directly to the Adams County Library System.
Yes.
It's so Free Comic Book Day. We from the first year that we started doing it, we've donated to Adams County Library, and it is truly a pleasure to do it. This year is sort of different. So I know that the community always supports us in this event. It's nice to have that one day because then you get to see the fruits of your labor from that one day. But this is going to be a little bit longer, so we'll see what happens.
We might have to do like a needle or something, like see how it goes.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Not a thermometer, but something similar to that. We'll come up with something.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. That means we have to have a goal. We don't normally have a goal. We just...
Yeah, I don't know.
We just go.
But could be fun. I'm excited to see how it goes this time. But we will have comics every single week. And every single week has both adult and children's comics listed. So
yeah, I don't know if you guys realized it, but we did get Firepower 0.
Yeah.
for free. It's on the shelf right now. We
Yeah.
still have copies. So if the graphic novel was out first, but you don't have to get that necessarily. You can get the 0 issue or the free comic book day issue. It's on the shelf. We'll leave it on the shelf this week.
Yeah. So technically, it was the first of the free comic book
Yeah.
day editions. Yeah.
It was sort of a last minute announcement from Kirkman. So we're excited for it. We'll make it happen. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, as always, please let us know. It is so important that if you want a book, we do the 2 weeks in advance video. You've got to let us know if you
Yeah.
want something, because we're like, some of the books that I am very excited for, we don't have a lot to put on the shelf. Everybody who gets a subscription obviously gets their books, but
They've already
you
been
got to let us know. We want you guys to read these great books. We still are being very cautious, and we probably will be for just, the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
But for example, we talked about the blind boxes, the Funko Pop Free Comic Book Day blind boxes. We got some in. Some people pre-ordered, so you guys got them. We got allocated, which means we did not get all the boxes we wanted. People who pre-ordered got their boxes. I'm going to show you what's in them. This is why you need to pre-order. So you get a custom free order or free comic book day previews Funko Pop Loki.
Loki, guys.
Okay. What else we got in here? You get a T-shirt. Anybody who's gotten the Funko Pop blind boxes know that they're pretty rad.
I'm jealous. It's a cool tee.
It's a cool tee, and come here.
Oh.
Of course, a comic book, all themed with Loki. So each one of them is different. The guys that have pre-ordered these, you're gonna get yours. I think next week is when they're available. From what
Yes,
Holly
next
said.
week.
But
We'll have them here ready for you guys.
it's just another great example of why you need to let us know what you want, and we can get it for you. All right?
I think that's all this week.
That's all we got. You guys have a great week. Be
Yeah.
safe.
Thanks for spending your Tuesday evening with us.
Yeah, it's crazy times, but we appreciate your support. We love you guys. Have a great evening.
Have a great evening.